Alrighty, y'all. We're going to Joe's Retro World. Today is episode 2 of Things My Wife Brings Home from the Thrift Store. Check it out, y'all. This is a beautiful little GE clock radio wood grain. I'm not too sure of the age. I've tried to Google it and it showed me some model numbers, but I'll put that in the description right there. That way, maybe you can go and read up and find more about it and let me know because I don't know what year it was manufactured. It does have some information on the bottom, but nothing that I know. But yeah, this thing was super dirty. It came from a smoker's home, and you can actually literally see right here where they have a burnt mark from a cigarette where they left it on there. So yeah, all this silver was actually gold in color. It was really, really dirty. Now I still need to scrub this bottom part. There is still some residue left over from the cigarette smoke. That's why people tell you, don't smoke around your electronics because you will damage them internally and externally. It will just make it look ugly. Now it's crazy how it still has its date code. So if anybody knows what this means, the 1038, what date that would actually be, okay, let me know in the description. But down here you have for your external antenna, you can hook up your FM and AM antenna down here in your ground. That way you can have, listen to like they did back in the day from another state, that was the thing to hear. They're like, oh man, look, we're able to pick up, San Antonio tonight and this and that. You live down in South Texas and Beeville like me, it's pretty far. But now it's very common, but back then, no. It has a brightness button here, so you can go low and high for the brightness. And then right here it has for, what is this, music or your alarm, so you can have it wake you up with the alarm or with music. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little feature. I had to take it apart and scrub it real good with soap and water. I had to clean all of this with good soap and water. The alcohol really wasn't doing it because it was just so dirty with, cigarette. Here's your FM AM control, your volume, your tuning. The volume button, I need to get some of that special fluid for the ionizing, something like that, so I could open it up and clean it because alcohol ain't gonna do that. I needed some special stuff to spray in it, but it does work. This is the current time. I am doing it at 10:41. It does show a little issue up here with the flashing LCD, um, little crystal right there, and that could be due to either damage to the actual LCD or maybe one of the leads on the inside are messed up. But I'm gonna open it back up and I'm gonna check it out. It's pretty easy. Um, they only had 5 screws down here, and then these 3 up here, these Phillip heads. So it wasn't very hard to open it up. It does have these little feet. I'm so glad that they're still good. Now, when it comes to the taking the shell off, you just have to pull the tuner button and the volume button out. Oh, dang. Yeah. So now it decided not to want to come out. Okay, well, you get the point. For some reason, she does not want to come out. And they can only go in one way. They do have a little notch on here to let you know which way to go. So that way when you're tuning and stuff, But when you turn it on, it does have a little green light to show you where station you're on. Volume button needs a little work. Goes up loud, but I don't need to do it right now. The wife is asleep. But it does pick up stations really good.
Texting now. Welcome to Texas country. 99.5 The Wolf.
There you go, y'all. So you can put it to have 2 different alarms, wake 1 or wake 2. You can display either wake 1, 2, or the time. Right now I have it on the time, and then you can see where the LCD is flashing and stuff, y'all. But you have snooze, you have your sleep button, hours, your minutes. So whenever you just go to set it, you just hold down your hours until it starts to change, and then it'll start changing. And then you go through because it has a little PM little light. I love to see these. Back in the day, clocks would let you know if it's AM or PM right here with little indicator lights. Nowadays, everything's just digital, so you see AM, PM next to it. But for us back in the day, it was that little light. We knew that when we woke up and we were like, what is it, morning or night? Am I just tripping? You just look over and you see that little familiar little green light. So yeah, that was very comforting to see. But yeah, I was amazed how clean it was able to come out. You turn some lights on so you can see a little better. There you go. Now the inside, let me go ahead and open her up for you so you can see the inside. Alright, y'all. So I was able to remove the volume button. I just want to show you just this was actually gold in color before I cleaned it. It really was trippy. So I removed 5 of these silver screws. Remove 5 on the bottom and then 3 of these little black ones right here. And that's it. It'll come up. Let's see. There was one left. There it goes. It fell out, but still holding on. There it goes, y'all. So that was the speakers at. It's right there. Got 4 little clips holding it on. And so maybe one of these connections down here is bad. Maybe the solder joint has dried out. So I'll be running a solder through them. Not now, because I really would hate to break it in front of the camera because I don't have nothing set up. I just want to show y'all what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be just putting some flux and then reflowing each and every one of those connectors. And that's it. As you can see, I went ahead and I did clean it out a little bit, not too much. I took a toothbrush and the vacuum to it, cleaned it all out. Now this is the volume button right here. And I would really like to take it apart, take it out of here, and then open it up and then spray that cleaner in there so that I can clean it out really, really good. Because the tuning is done differently. It's something else. So the volume button just needs to be either replaced or fixed. So I'm gonna try to fix it, y'all. See how even that snooze button, I didn't get it all. I try to get it all with a good toothbrush and everything and some alcohol. These little buttons actually came up out of there. You could just pick them up like this. And so yeah, I took a toothbrush and a vacuum and vacuumed all of this. And then of course with alcohol here. But yeah, I hate that that thing is blinking. But I didn't take it too much apart because I didn't want to damage anything. So I tried to dust where I could and vacuum where I could. And then of course the top part I was able to take completely apart. Take it apart and go and take it to the sink and allow it to wash real good. And then I got my vacuum cleaner, and with my vacuum cleaner I was able to literally vacuum all the water out of it. It's sometimes it wants to fight you to go back on. All right, let me fight with it. All right, with the top back on, I can go ahead and press in the volume button. So it has a little sleeve right here. And like I said, it only goes one way. So, well, this one can go either way. This, as you can see, it has a slanted little, connector. So it's going to go only one way. That way you can, jam out. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that music, but I'm pretty sure it will. But that's okay. It's worth it just to show off this Beautiful little radio. And what is that smear? I don't know where that came from, but must be on the camera only. Yeah, it's only on the camera. But yeah, everything looks beautiful. But let me put it back together. So until next time, y'all, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.